Hello everybody, welcome back to another Trains in World 5 video. This is part 2 of our journey from Ashland over to Boston South, and we're going to be driving the CTC free cab car, or from the CTC free cab car. And on the back we have got the HSP 46, and we're currently at Wellesley Hills. Yes, we've got we're all stops: Wellesley Farms, Orbandale, West Newton, Newtonville, Boston Landing, Lansdowne, Boston Back Bay, and then Boston South at 9:39. So we've got about 35 minutes. Probably be late, so we'll say 40. And not far to the next stop. And yeah, we are doing it hodless. A little bit of trial and error, but I thought, let's do it. I'm interested in this route. I want to learn it. So the best way to do that is just get the HUD off. And at the end, the shame will come in of seeing us speeding everywhere. Maybe. Hopefully not. So track speed is 55 here. Must have been 55 for the corner round into the station. Oh, you're back up to 60 now. Back up. But Wellesley Farms is sort of the last station outside of Boston, or at least when you look on Google Maps, Orbandale is sort of the first station, which sort of seems within Boston itself. And that'll be the next station. Yeah, there it is there. Start slowing down. Here we are. So we want to aim to sort of enter the platform at about 25 to 30. Especially as we're only 5 coaches. So we'll be stopping sort of quite soon into the... we might have actually overdone that a bit. No, we'll be alright. Oh no, we're just fine. The brakes aren't as easy to operate as in the CTC 5. This is an older train, or older cab car, but they're not too bad. That will do. Don't have to bang on, but close enough. There we are. This is what's this? Wellesley Farms. Oh, lovely. You've got even a little pond next door as well. Do a bit of fishing whilst you're waiting for the train, or fish spotting, if that's a thing. Let's get the doors shut. All these people, they ain't gonna make it. Come on, gotta be quick. And then Orbandale, which is 2 miles away. Which is sort of the first stop within Boston, or sort of within the city limits, I'd say. Oh, there's a collectible. So nice and quiet from this end. All the work's being done the other end of the train. Cool. So keeping an eye on the speed limit. At the moment it's 60. I reckon at some point it's just going to drop, and we'll be like, oh well, speed limit's come down. And I suppose we'll start slowing down from Orbandale when we see the highway, as it's right next to the highway. I mean, basically from Orbandale all the way to Boston South, we just follow the highway. So yeah, sort of this is the last bit of ruralness. One thing about these cab cars is you're so far over to the right. Now, so it's a bit like driving the Electro Stars on UK routes. Very sort of tucked over to one side. Almost feels like we're sort of off the track a bit. There's one of the highways. So I think we sort of curl under one of them, and then you've got the station. So still a little bit further away, but not much further. Yeah, here's the highway here, I think, going over us. So we'll slow that down. So I think this one's quite sort of sneaky. Yeah, this is the highway. Yeah, here it is here. This is Orbandale. Just after you pass under the highway. Very nice little station, this one. I like it. Sort of tucked to the there, sort of tucked in between. Oh my God, hello. Oh, they've gone. Huge. There's the 4, and I think the 5 is at the end of the canopy. Here comes the 5. There it is there. Yeah, Orbandale. There's another service whizzing past. I'm actually on time here. We've made up the time, which is good. And after this is West Newton. They're all quite close to one another. As well, we're in Boston now, basically. Yeah, 1 mile, so not far. Let's get that shut. We'll get the brakes off and then let's go. Come on, loco, let's move. Very smart loco, and it really does suit the sort of MBTA colour scheme as well. Right, we are off. But yeah, much more enjoying this route over the last US route, which was the San Bernardino line. For being honest, I'm not really a big fan of, say, Antelope and Santos. So yeah, the West Coast passenger routes don't interest me as much. I also quite like these sort of East Coast ones. I think also it's just a lot more greenery. It's sort of a nice environment. More like home. And 79 along here as well. So rather quick. Sort of race the cars along if you want to. Right, it was only a mile to West Newton. Yeah, here it is coming up here already. So we get those brakes on. Oh, another service already. And is it an F40 leading? You don't see. Oh, hang on. No, it's the. Oh, it's the freight service. Yeah, it's the weird sort of F40 flat car freight service, which goes to Grafton and comes back at about 11:40. So, oh my, that is a really weird lash up. Look at that. You've got F40, and then you've got what's that, GP38, and another F40 with a load of flat cars. That might be the one to Grafton. It might be a different one actually. But that is cool. And peculiar, but cool. I have to find that one and do it. Here we are, West Newton. Just the flats. It'd be so tempting to jump on it, wouldn't it? Time it well, jump on it and go for a journey. Yeah, funny old service. Let's have a look. Is extra Boston, Massachusetts to Framingham. Oh, that goes to Fort Wayne. That might not be the one I'm thinking of. Right, onwards to Newtonville, which is sort of the last stop. The last basic looking stop. Like, these ones are quite basic. After that you've then got, yeah, Boston, Landing, Lansdowne, Backwell, which are slightly more important looking stations. I mean, these ones don't even have platforms on the other side. Well, I think at Newton you've sort of got remains of an old platform. There we go. So we won't get up to, so probably get up to what, about 50, 60, and have to start getting ready for Newtonville. A nice little fast stretch though. There's cars racing one another there. Oh, there's a green there, so that's good to me. If it's not a green, then it's probably not good. Signalling on this route I'm not too good with. Still sort of got to learn a bit more. And I think that might be Newtonville. Is it going to be one of those stations with loads late? I can see something coming out, so let's slow down. Yeah, I think that is the station. Yeah, it must be. Here we are, and you can see sort of the remains of an old platform. Obviously no more. Oh, they've just stopped on the highway, as you do. And this is bi-directional as well, so if there's quite a few services which go the other way towards Worcester, which will stop at these stations. But of course, sort of wrong line running. There we are, that will do. This is Newtonville. And up next is Boston Landing, aka Brighton. Which I think is slightly further along. Bit of a gap. Yeah, 3.5 miles as well. Let's go. Speed's probably going to come down as well from 79, so I'll have to keep an eye out. Because you don't get any sort of speed boards on here, it's all done sort of through their little system up there, which is helpful. There you go, we're off. Let's get a little photo as well as we run along the highway, or I-93 or whatever it is. See, I always thought an interstate was like one of the smaller roads, but I think the interstates are actually the highways, aren't they? And then the little roads are the county roads, something like those state roads. Lewis to Newton. And you haven't got generic road signs, which is nice. They are all the real deal. Go 60. Yeah, maybe it would be nicer if the highway was slightly busier though. Right, 7. Oh, the speed's coming down actually. That you can see it coming down. What's it going to come down to? 60. Try and be ahead of it. Yeah, 60 now. So if you keep looking up there, sometimes that's why you sort of want to stay just below the limit, because then you've sort of got a bit of, you know, if you keep looking up, you can then see it starting to change. So 60 along here. It's a nice stretch of 79 that was. Hopefully it now stays at 60, or maybe even goes back up. I think it actually does go back up to 79, but only for a brief while, and then it comes back down to 60. So we'll just stay as we are now. There you go, 79 again, but I don't think that lasts for long. So yeah, we'll stay as we are now. I shouldn't be too far off Boston landing now either. It's nice running sounds. Nice bit of clickety clack. Yeah, so it's already coming down again. Boston landing, yeah, it shouldn't be too far. That down a bit more. Cool. And there it is. Boston landing station within the Brighton area of Boston. The one chance of seeing Brighton, another Brighton in the game. Go on, looking for the 5 coach marker again, which yeah, this one does have. That'll do. Here we are, Boston landing. And Lansdowne next. Oh, just yeah, next to the highway. Cool. And yeah, basically on time as well, so that's also good. That's a thumbs up. I've run it back up to 79 here as well. I doubt that lasts for too long. Let's go. So yeah, I've got the 10 coach marker there. I wonder if there's any services which are 10 coaches on the game. It's a proper sort of long old service. Cool. Keep an eye on the limit as well. It's definitely going to drop fairly soon. I think from Lansdowne to Back Bay it's 30 miles an hour. And then from Back Bay to Boston South it's all over the place. Like 30, 15 and 10. So keeping an eye up there. Just to see what that speed's doing. Must be good if it gave you some sort of prior warning to it as well. Like a little beep to say, right, start slowing down. But it doesn't. Oh, well, we're already coming down. This might be the 30 then coming up. Oh no, 45. Yeah, it's down at 45. So should be coming up to Lansdowne shortly. Shortly-ish. So almost at Boston. Almost at the main station. And yeah, then all we've really got to do is the F40 again. The F40 PH-3. And that's it, everything sort of on the route. It's coming down to 40 now. Cool. Still keeping an eye out on the thing in case it drops down even more, which I think it should do soon. So that's down there. Prudential Centre, Copley Square. Or Copley Square. And that is Lansdowne Station. So quite a few videos of people watching trains from sort of, well, basically up there to the right of us, sort of looking down on the track here. Do recommend having a look. Sort of how this operates in real life, trains on it, etc. It's cool to see. Right, there's the 4. There's the 6. Where's the 5? There it is there. We've already got the Smiley collectible here. Here we are, Lansdowne. And time-wise, yeah, we're on time again, so hooray. Makes a nice change. What's that over there? It's a funny old building there, isn't it? The big archway. Elevator. Right, let's get the doors shut. Let's glow off the lights. And yeah, up next is Boston Back Bay. It's 30 miles an hour. All off the way there. What's down there? Important boarding info. Hang on. So I want to have a read of that. What's that say? All trains to Boston during these hours will board on the outbound track. All trains to Framingham and Worcester will on the inbound track. Please be sure to monitor the station LED for any changes that may occur. Lovely. Okay, so you're only up to 30. They got some sort of stadium there, look at that. Yeah, some sort of stadium there. There goes the service. In fact, let's get another shot. As we're just pootling along at 30. I even stopped the car as well. Sorry mate, we're watching the train. Don't do this in real life, standing in the middle of the road and watch the train. Because that's what it treats us as, sort of an NPC or a drone's just in the middle of the road. And we go into the dark tunnel into the dodgy side of Back Bay Station. You got the nice side where, or sort of on the main route, the North East Corridor, and then the dodgy side of it. Cool. 28. Yeah, pretty slow from here to Boston South now, but I mean, all the lines will come together, it gets busy, there's lots of point work. So it's one of those limits where it's like, yeah, fair enough. Is it an island? I think it's an island here. Is it an island? I think so. Well, we have got the markers on this side by the looks of things, so that's helpful. Yeah, it's just the dodgy end of Back Bay. Have we got stop markers? It's just stop when we're in the platform. So we'll stop just down here. Yeah, very much in the platform now. That would let that come to a gentle stop. Very nice stop. Here we are. Boston Back Bay. The dodgy Back Bay. Got about 50 seconds here, and then we then continue for our final push into Boston South. But been a nice journey, and obviously if you didn't see part one, in part one we went from Ashland to Wellesley Hills, so feel free to check that one out for that part of the journey where the safety systems were being not being nice with us as much. Right, let's go. Final bit. So hopefully we get to see some Amtrak trains as well. It's always busy, this bit. There's still 30 miles an hour for now. Cool. We don't have any red lights. And there's the nice bit of Back Bay. Off to the right there, and there we do have another train there. Of the HSP 46 on that end. That running parallel into Back Bay. No, into Boston South. That'll probably win though, as it's AI. And there's the Amfleet. There's an Amtrak North East regional service. Nice to see that. Yeah, come up to Boston South Station, curve ahead. But a nice run though. If you did enjoy the video and you want to see plenty more, feel free to leave a like. And if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. We will hopefully do a run in the F40. That will probably split into 2 bits as well, but going back the other way, because the locomotives always head out towards Framingham and Worcester, and then the cab car is always at this end. And I know that now because apparently at Boston South, if you had the locomotive at this end, all the commuters have got to walk past it. You've got fumey, it's loud, so they put the locomotive on the other end, which makes sense. There we go, look at this, lovely. Is it 10? Yeah, it's 10. 10's coming up. There we go. Very nice. Love this. I mean, look at this. We head into Boston South. How's it running as well? Yeah, I mean, not. I mean, smoothly. So that's the main thing. Well, that's going in fairly close to where we're going, I think. That next platform over. Be a bit worrying if we kept going that way, but it's cool seeing the mix of the double-decker coaches and the single-decker coaches. Quite cool seeing that. Lovely. But you do get a lot of this though on this route. Same on Boston Providence, which is the rush hour route. Oh, there's an F40. Hey, there's one on a passenger service, not a freight service. Oh. There's the underside of Boston South. Much longer train, that one. Lovely. I wonder if that signal there correlates to the one behind, for when you're going around the loop. And some of the Amtrak services, they've got to go around the balloon track of loop because there's only a locomotive on one end, so they reverse out of it. You can actually do it on Boston Providence. You reverse out of here and then just basically go right back round in. So I wonder if that signal correlates to what there is the other end. Or maybe not, don't know. Anyway, here we are. We made it. Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a run either. And yeah, speeding wise, not too bad either. Off. Marker lights on. This one goes back in 45 minutes or so, half an hour. And all the way back. Well, that is going to be everybody for today's MBTA Commuter video, or MBTA Worcester line video. Links can be found in all the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in, and I hopefully will see you next time. See you all, and take care. Bye guys.